Next month, Lutheran Social Services will celebrate our 140th anniversary of providing services to needy people in Illinois. Over those 140 years, LSSI has become one of the largest not-for-profit service provider organizations in the state.
Can't hear you.
Our program lines literally run the gamut from cradle to grave with maternity services, daycare, Head Start programs, foster care and adoption, family and youth services, residential services for youth, substance abuse recovery, services, community-based counseling, mental health services, services for individuals with developmental disabilities, in-home senior services, senior housing, skilled nursing services, and services for prisoners, their families, and people leaving prison. In the Aurora area, we have programs such as senior housing, child and welfare and adoption services, and the community integrated living arrangement. In most of our services, we partner with governmental agencies, and they have found that our quality of services often exceed expectations for positive outcomes for the population that we serve. We are proud to be trusted, valued, and faithful partner with the state government, working with you to promote the common good. But we are distressed when the state shirks its responsibility for providing proper funding for the human services program it mandates. It is certainly not news to you that the cost of just about everything goes up from one year to the next. This is especially true in the enterprises like human services, in which the vast majority of costs are related to human resources, including health insurance. Yet in most years, the state budget does not increase funding for human services. At LSSI, for the third out of the last 5 years, that means we will have no salary increase or wage increases for our staff, except those who receive the minimum wage increase. It is important to recall, even after that increase, it is still a poverty wage in Illinois. In fiscal year 08 budget passed by the General Assembly, only a few select human services programs received increases. And then most of those that were increased were reduced or eliminated by the governor's veto. This is no way to care for our most vulnerable neighbors in Illinois. We, the people of Illinois, represented by you, the members of the Illinois General Assembly, and by Governor Blagojevich, expect and demand more. The first step in taking a greater responsibility for the care of people in Illinois is for you to restore the funding for health and human services that were cut by the governor's vetoes. The next step would take a long, hard look at the commitment that the state of Illinois makes to ensuring the public and private safety net that cares for our most vulnerable neighbors is strengthened after years, in fact, more than a decade of neglect caused by underfunding. We at Lutheran Social Services of Illinois will continue to do everything we can to provide the high-quality services to individuals and families we serve. But it is simply impossible for us to raise enough contributory dollars to overcome the widening gap between the cost of providing these services and the rate of reimbursement provided by most state contracts. If you want to partner with us, and it would be foolish to try to create a different human services delivery system, you must act responsibly towards us and many other human service providers with whom the state relies. You know, I really feel like I'm speaking to the choir here as a representative of Lutheran Social Services. I'm grateful for the House of Representatives who realize how vital our services are and will do everything they can to override the governor's veto. We only desire that Senate President Emil Jones will do the right thing and allow the motion to override the veto to come to a vote. And I would urge those senators who do not agree with the governor's veto to stand up and act responsibly towards the people to whom you have been sworn to serve and we are called to serve.